As they were talking, Gilbert Arenas immediately went into the thing about dieting and weights and the difficulties. Now, the funniest thing about it, and we can't show it because we don't own the clip, but the funniest thing was you could actually see Zion Williamson, instead of going to go sit down, he's standing up behind these guys on the stage, and it was funny. So anyway, once Zion finally sat down, they started to discuss, his weight issues, and Zion Williamson, publicly admitted to some of the challenges that he has had, not just with getting in shape, but also getting back on the court and being in the right mental space. So what we want to do is want to play a bit of this exchange for you guys here, and then we're going to come back and react to the comments. Take a listen to what they had to say in this particular exchange.
So the decision that you've made recently, for me, this is what my point is like the decision that you've made is to go against those temptations, that hardness, like, hey, man, it's hard, but you know what? There's something bigger at stake right now, and I'm about to make the decision to go against this temptation because I want to be one of the greatest to ever play. So that decision is the discipline to say, you know what? That
Why we taking
So I know that, like I was saying to Xavier, like that discipline is a decision that you have to make, rather than just saying like, man, that cake, man, like this nigga over here,
You know what I mean?
the strawberry cake, man. When he leave, I'm gonna eat that anyway. I don't give a
Man, I think it just go back to, like I said, standing back there, man. It's just an invincibility trait. When you young, you feel like can't nothing stop you, but then when you look back on your life, you really look at it like, man, the people who gave me wisdom, who like tried to nurture me, tell me, man, like you don't need to do that, you need to do this. They didn't try to force their way into your life. So at this point in my life, I'm just looking back at it like, man, who really gave me wisdom? Who really tried to put me on game to things? And like I said, man, at the end of the day, people gonna get their opinions, and what I can say is I do respect brutal honesty. I'd rather somebody be brutally honest with me than try to sugarcoat it, because at the end of the day, if they honest with me, I know what I need to do to fix it.
100%.
Yeah, that's real.
And you look slimmer already, bro. You look like
You look
you're ready
happy,
to go.
man.
Yeah.
I'm
You
not
look-
gonna lie,
you look-
you look full of life. We've been there before. I've been there before, so I know, like, for real, like, genuinely, right? You always been a happy kid, man. So, like, we always wish that, like, come on, man, just like, we know the 27 and 12. We know you're gonna do that. We just want to see you just stay on that so you can be who you are. You know what I mean? So it's like, just seeing you walk by, like, you happy. So you know what I mean? Just let that spirit take you with you. And
I love y'all stories, man. Y'all some real G's to the game, and I do appreciate that.
Hey, let me ask you real quick. This summer, has it been more cardio or more dieting? Like, what has been your thing that, like, all right, I can do that to help me get my weight off?
So the diet piece, I'm always able to come back each summer feeling good, looking good. But I would say it's more of just locking in on, like, flexibility, band work, because I think it's those things that will be able to keep me on the court longer versus just losing a bunch of weight and then coming to play and not being able to maintain that. So Bron got the blueprint.
Yeah.
I'm trying my best to follow it, man.
Serious.
So you heard what was said. Now, if you listen carefully, Rashard McCann, he brought up the aspect of whenever you're faced with a tough decision, especially when it pertains to something related to self-discipline, and there's a trade-off, you always have to take a macro view on what it is you're actually doing this for, right? So I believe Rashard McCann gave a holistic approach to the situation. Gilbert Arenas also spoke about his challenges with eating properly. And I think based on what Gilbert Arenas said, I think Gilbert Arenas is someone, I could be wrong, that probably is predisposed genetically to be one of these people that just has probably a very quick metabolism. So there are people like that.